Well, howdy, y'all. It's Frightman, and I am here to keep you spooktacular. In today's video, we're going to be looking at one of my all-time favorites. It is the 7-foot howling LCD eye animated werewolf from the Home Depot. I believe the year was 2020. We're going to unbox him, set him up, and look at his demo. You don't want to miss him, trust me. Now, from a build perspective, I'm going to put him at probably a level 5. But some of the things that I really like about him is, look at these arms. So they actually have hair on them. Same with the feet, right? They have the hair. And they're nice, hard plastic. So you don't have to worry about damaging them. They're not flimsy. The costuming is done very well. Traditional parts, we have the poles, the base, the arms. The control box is a standard control box. So let's get started. So our first item on the agenda is this 2-part base. It's just simply going to slide into each pole and lock with the push pin clips. So next we want to install his feet and his support pole structure, which is going to hold him up. And then on top of this pole, we'll actually be installing one more straight pole, which will be where the control box, or the waist, and then the control box will attach to. So we have this first foot in place, and we'll go ahead and add this pole. And then after we do this, we're just going to do the same thing over on the right hand side. Okay, now that we have both of the support poles in place, we're going to be placing his pants down over these legs. And what I really like about the attention to detail here is that there's a lot of fur at the bottom of these pants, as well as coming through some of the places where he actually has holes in the pants, there's fur. So it's just a really nice costume piece. We're simply going to slide these down over the leg poles. And then once we've done that, there's some foam that we're going to be inserting here just to give the legs some form so it doesn't just end up being a really skinny werewolf. So this is what the foam looks like that's going to go down over the legs and inside the pants. Again, that's just going to fill up the legs to give them a little bit of form. Nobody wants an anorexic werewolf. So I have those foam inserts put down over the poles and pushed down. There's no need to go down all the way because the leg support poles themselves already had some foam on them to kind of fill them out. Now next we'll be installing his control box right over the leg poles. Very simple process. The control box is just a standard control box, but it does have an exceptionally good audio track as well as the speaker itself. And with that waist locked into place, we're now ready for his shoulder to go on. And his shoulders is just simply going to slide right here onto this pole. And you can probably see we have some wires here that are dangling. So we have a few wires in the control box here that we'll need to hook up. One of those will be for the face, and we have some left to right movements. So we'll be connecting those as well before we start putting on clothes. So a couple of unusual things about this guy that I'm just going to point out is that his wires that connect, they're not the clip type. They're more of an RCIe type jack. I wish all the props would do this. That's so much easier, and you're not going to damage these like you can the other ones. The other thing that's of interest is that a lot of these props have the sensor that velcros into the clothes. In this case, the sensor is actually welded onto the, I guess that would be your belly frame here, and the wire is already connected to the speaker box. And one other wire that we will be connecting before we put his clothes on is his power pack. So that's always so much easier to do at this stage when there's no clothes. Power pack is on and ready. So this guy's getting pretty tall. So I had to get out my step stool here. And the next guy that we're going to be doing is adding his backbone here. So his backbone just simply slides up here into the neck area. And that just fills him out so that, again, he's not this little skinny guy. He's pretty wide here now with that back frame in place. Okay, we're ready to throw some clothes onto this guy. And this top piece, it's got a lot of foam in it, so it's pretty heavy. it's actually really soft and comfortable. It's almost like something you could sleep on. So we're gonna just throw that over all of the wire frame here, and then we'll come around to the front and get that all fixed up. So the clothes are looking pretty good. I haven't closed it because now we need to put on his arms. And in order to do that, the arms are going to need to slide up into the costuming. And then once they slide up, there's just hooks that the hooks are just going to go into little areas here on the shoulder. And then once we do that, we're going to be taking the hands and we will be hooking the hands onto the arm frames like that. So here's a little unusual tidbit about this. First of all, his costume actually Velcros in the front. And that's kind of unusual because usually they put it in the back. Personally, I actually like it better in the front because it allows you to access everything much easier. So I like this. It is a little challenging when you're completing it because of the fact that you have all this Velcro in the front. So a little bit more work cleaning it up to get that perfect look, but it's worth it for the ease of being able to get to everything. The other thing is the sleeves themselves have elastic in them. So over here at the cuffs, when you bring the sleeve down, it's actually pretty far down here onto his hand because it allows you to bring it all the way down, and then that elastic holds it in place. And I'm telling you, I just love this guy. I haven't seen him in a year, and I'm just like, I can't wait to get him done and show y'all. All right, so we're ready to put the head on this guy, and this is one scary looking werewolf. If you have him, you're pretty darn lucky because the Home Depot tends to only put something out for 1 year, maybe 2 years. I don't know if he was a 2-year guy. I only recall seeing him for 1 year, but I just love this guy. So there's 2 wires coming down from the head. One of these is going to be for his LCD eyes. The other is going to be for this mouth. Those are going to connect over here to the control box. So we're going to connect those wires to the control box. I'm going to be fixing his clothes here for you so he looks a little bit more presentable, and then we'll be back. So there is one step you guys let me forget. I'm surprised nobody called me out. So I forgot to bring his pants up over the hoop. And so the pants are just simply elastic and they come over the hoop. So we've done that. We can go ahead and close him up. The sensor is located right here on the front of his clothing. And I've got him pretty much Velcroed up minus this sensor part. And so we can jump to that demo.
3, 2, 1.
And now it's time for my final thoughts. This guy is rocking. Home Depot, if you see this, bring him back. I need to buy another one just in case he ever breaks down. He's just that good. If you like this video, you'll probably like the Boogeyman video somewhere over here. And you don't ever want to miss any of my videos, so make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't want you to miss out on all this great content. And until next time, stay spooky, my friend.